Yeah, hi everyone. So I give the summary. Last session we discussed about the topic is schedulers, right? Schedulers. If you want to run a particular piece of code at a regular intervals, like at a 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, whenever we want to run that a piece of code, so that we can do by using scheduler. Okay, very important. So that actually which we discussed in the last session. Scheduler is also one service. All backend topics they will ask. The question is how you can implement scheduler. This is the common question they will ask. So in that case, you can tell the answer. So normal you can take the normal Java class, public class, and demo scheduler. Any class name we can give. I would say demo scheduler, and this is the scope of the class. And this again we can convert into component.
Hi
This is a
Krishna, you are on mute.
sorry component, and this is the scheduler, right? This is scheduler we can convert into service equal to where actually we can implement the runnable interface, and the service also you should mention runnable dot class. runnable dot class. This is the common question they will ask. How you can implement the schedule. All backend topics common question is like they will ask like how you can implement the servlet. Servlet is also service. Normal Java class extends the out of the box class. We can convert into component and service equal to. So in that case, so same way, all backend topics is the common. In case of scheduler, they will ask how we can implement the scheduler. So this is the way you can take the normal Java class and implement the runnable interface and component service equal to runnable dot class. Okay, this is all about scheduler. Next, today we can discuss about the workflows. So the first question is workflows meaning sequence of steps. Okay, any content normally we can create the content where actually we create the content. We can create the content author instance, right? We can create the content author instance. So whatever the content which we created, that content we
Hello
cannot
Krishna,
directly
you are
publish
on
into the
mute. Please unmute.
live. We cannot directly publish into the live because for example, let us assume we are running the Hindu the news channel, news website we are running. So the agenda of hindu.com website, daily they can create the content, new content, and daily they need to publish the latest news to the public, right? This is actually the agenda of Hindu paper. But before publishing any content, they have to cross verify. Okay, without cross verify, if they directly publish the content, so in the content might be contain some vulgarity. Okay, some if they use such kind of vulgarity paragraphs and all, so they might be face the disputes and all. Okay, so better thing is before publishing any content we need to cross verify. So same in case of workflow also, we create any content by using author instance. Once we create the content before publishing into the live, so that we can add a number of persons. So they will check the content. If they are okay with our content, then only our content will go to the live. Then only our content will go to the live. I hope you guys are clear what I'm saying. Workflows is the sequence of steps. We can create the content that before publishing our content, many people will give the approval. So after many people giving the approval, then only our content will go to the live. So because of this, we can if you publish the content with vulgarity, our company reputation will also down. Okay, so reputation is matters, right? So that is the reason any content before publishing into the live, we need to cross verify. Now workflow is also same thing, which actually before publishing any content we can cross verify. That is called workflow meaning a sequence of steps. So they will ask the question, what is workflow? This is the one definition, sequence of steps. And if you have like attending like 3 years or 4 years of experience, they will ask like, what is workflow? Workflow is the content approval. Workflow is the content where workflow is the content where we can publish the content. It will send an email to the all team members, all team members who are the part of the workflow. Part of the workflow. Okay, we have multiple steps. Multiple steps are like participant step, participant step, where our content gets approved, where our content gets approved, and we have process step
Krishna, we can't
where
hear
our
you.
content gets gets triggered. Okay, so this is generally the definition for the workflow. Workflow is the content where we can publish the content. It will send an email to the team members who are the part of the workflow, where we have the multiple steps like participant step and participant step meaning where the content gets approved, and we have the process step where our content gets triggered, where our content gets triggered. Okay, fine. Now basically, so today what I do,
కృష్ణ అన్న అన్మ్యూట్ చేయండి అన్న, మీది వాయిస్ వినపడట్లేదు.
yeah, today what I do actually, I can create one workflow. So backend I can write one logic actually. Okay, that backend logic I can map with the workflow. So this is the thing I will do. This is the thing I will do. Okay. Okay, fine. Now generally I am going to my code base. This is my code base. So in your case, create one workflows module parallel to a handler, listener, model, scheduler, services, and sublets. Parallel to these modules, you can create one more module, that is workflow. Okay, so in my case, I already created workflows model. In your case, which is not available, you can create the workflows module. Okay, simply go to core and click on folder, then you can able to create one folder. Okay, fine. Inside, you can create one Java class. So I would like to create one Java class. So right click on it, you will get the option that is new Java file. I am creating new Java file, and here actually I would like to give the class name is article. This is the workflow, right? I am giving article. article as the class name. This is normal Java class, right? This is the step number 1. Again, we need to convert into component. When you look for that one, so this I am converting into the component. Again, we need to convert into the service equal to, this is scheduler, right? Implements, this is the workflow. Yeah. So there is a predefined class that is workflow process. We have to import this one, workflow process. This is the predefined class, we need to extend that one. Workflow process. This is the predefined one actually. Granite article, you have to override. Now I am converting this one into service, and service name I am mentioning this one, class name dot class dot immediate equal to true, and next enable equal to. This skeleton is common for all backend topics. Okay, so if you closely observe, all backend topics skeleton is the same. Okay, from normal we'll take the normal Java class, that if we can extend either class or interface. Later we convert it into service. I would say convert into the component. Again we converted into service. So all backend topics is the same skeleton, same process. Okay, fine. Now this is the execute method. This execute method is coming from the workflow interface. Workflow interface. And these are the predefined classes actually, work item, workflow sessions, and metadata map and all. So each one has different meaning. So here actually I am taking like as work item, and this is also I am taking as workflow session, and this is also I am changing like as metadata map. Okay, fine. Yeah. So inside I would like to write some logic which by using this object. So I'm taking this object dot one. We are accessing the methods like get workflow data, get payload. So this again we can get the payload meaning input that we are storing in some reference variable. That is, I can say payload, and the data type is the string. The data type is the string. You can see the data type is work item. This is the payload. That payload I am storing in a reference variable. Get payload. This we are storing in some reference variable. This payload path we need to validate by using I can check payload dot. There is a method dot equals method which is used to comparison between the two string values. Two string values. Here I would like to give JSR path. Here we are checking the payload and JSR path. The both are same. If this condition is true, then we need to write some logic here. The logic here is like work item dot get workflow data dot get payload type dot this I am converting into the two string. Okay. So logger file is also mandatory. I am creating the logger file private static final logger. So we have to make sure the logger equal to logger factory slfoj dot get logger. So we should mention the class name. So in my case, my class name is the article, right? So simply I am mentioning my class name is the article dot class. Article dot class. So simply here what I am writing info dot where I can mention payload equal to and the next one is payload path. So this is the simple backend logic which I written. Okay. So this backend logic I will give to input to my workflow. So normally where actually workflows consoles are available, you can go to your AEM. Open your AEM instance. I am opening my AEM instance. So there is a workflows console. Simply we will go through in that workflow console and then we can create the workflow models and all that we'll see one by one. So in real-time scenarios, workflows meaning generally we will write the backend logic in the our code base that we can give input to the workflow. So this is how actually we will do in real-time scenarios. So today also we are doing the same thing. We will write the I written simply backend logic. This backend logic I will give to my workflow. open localhost 4502 AEM start.html and sign in. So see here, there is a workflow where actually the option is available. This is the navigation page. Go to the tools and there is a workflow option. Go to the workflow and see here these many options are available: models, instances, launchers, archive, failures. Models, instances, launchers, archive and failures. So any workflow, before starting the workflow, so manually we need to create the workflow model. In my case also I am creating the workflow model. So simply go through that workflow model and you will get the dashboard like this. You will get the dashboard like this. From that there is a option create. There is a option create, right? So simply go through that. Create and create model, and here I'm mentioning the name is article and click on done. So which means workflow model, we given the workflow model name. So there is a option, edit option. Click on that edit option. So here you will get the steps, multiple steps actually. See here, I'm deleting this one. Workflow start here. This is the starting step. Workflow end here. In middle, you can add the number of persons. So in my case, I'm adding, there is a participant step where our content gets approved, and uh, I, I would like to add process step where our contents, where our input we can give process step. You can completely look for that process step. Yeah, this is the process step. So this is the simple workflow which I created. So if you observe here, workflow start step here, and then in middle I added 2 persons, meaning this is the participant step. So participant step you can add number of persons. There is no limit actually. And process step meaning where actually our content you can our content you can trigger. In my case, for example, here I am giving admin administrators for, so in real time scenarios we will give the names like your team lead name is some Dhirendra, you can add the Dhirendra name. The Dhirendra will check the content. If the Dhirendra is satisfied with our content, then Dhirendra will give the approval. Then the content will move from Dhirendra to next person. Next person. Okay. So simply I added one person, that is admin, and there is a process step, right? In that process step, where actually we written some backend logic, right? That is that we can give as an input to this workflow. Go to the process and there is a process label. Here we need to give the process label. So simply come to here backend. Here we need to add the property. The property is property equal to process label. Process dot label equal to, there is a label actually that we need to add that one. There is the process label. So this is the format we need to do. Property equal to process label dot equal to today date name. For example, here also what I am doing. So within double quotation, I am giving process dot label equal to article. Today date is 10/06/25, right? Same thing I am giving 10/06/25. So this is the process label property. This property you can verify which is correct or not, which we given. There is a website at Quark as well. Then we have to verify. So see, actually this is how we will write in real-time scenarios. So see here, the same logic we are writing. Copy this statement and go to your code base. You can paste here. Payload type work item and get workflow data payload type equal to this one. Now this you can copy this one. Okay. Coming to process label, process dot label that is also very important attribute actually. There is a property. Normally you can deploy this one and then we'll check like which is coming from out. process date label, and then dot equals to come to here, plus equals and plus. You can follow the same format, and we'll check like I would say the that is coming or not. Process label. Yeah, now we can do the deployment, and then we'll see that is coming or not. Okay, if not, we have to we need to change again this one. There is a terminal. I am opening my terminal. I would say, yeah, make sure save the file and open the command prompt and deploy the project. So nav and clean install -p auto install single package. So actually our agenda is, when you go to the workflow, when you go to the process step, when you author that one, there is a process. So in this drop down, our name should be visible. Our name should be visible. Which name? This is the name. This is the agenda. This name should be visible. Meaning we are mapping workflow with the backend logic by using this label. That is the thing we are doing. That will see if we can, once after deployment, we can check like the name is coming or not. If the name is not coming, like there is a issue with the process label. Let's check that one. Doing the deployment. After deployment, you can check that one. Done. Reload the page. Go to the process tab. Configure the process tab, and go to the process. Look for that name. Article 10.06.25. It is coming, right? Yes, it is coming. So this is the input I am giving. Click on that. So what I did actually, I added, there are two steps. One is the participant step, second one is the process step. Participant step, which means where actually our content gets approved, and process step meaning where our logic we will give as the input to the workflow. Okay, in my case I added only one person. You can add number of persons. And in case of process step, so what I did actually, I written backend logic. So what is the meaning of backend logic which I written here? So coming to here, this is the backend logic which I written, meaning whatever the input I am giving to the workflow, so that data I want to print here. That data I want to print here. So this is right. Coming to here, this I can mention in the out of the if block, and inside the block, this is payload type actually. And inside if block also, what I'm doing, this is a thing I'm doing. So simply I'm copying that one. I'm coming to here. The variable name given like as log, right? Log debug we did not mention tag, then that, yeah, that's better. Yeah. Now again I am doing the deployment this one. You need to make sure save the file and do the deployment. Give the up arrow, then you will get the previous command. Again I would like to deploy the code. So this is how we can write the backend any program that we can map with the workflows. Then go to your workflows and reload the page. Go to process tab, configure the process tab, go to process and give the name of that process label, tick mark. There is the option sync. Make sure, so after adding like participant step and process step, make sure workflow should be the sync. Click on the sync. Okay, my workflow synced successfully. Now go and start the workflow. Where actually go to AEM start.html, meaning workflow model got completed. Now go to the workflows, and this is the model which we created. This one, the workflow model is, select that workflow model. There is an option quick publish. There is a option start workflow. Start workflow, quick publish, manage publication, delete, copy. These many options are available. Edit meaning we can able to edit the workflow. Start workflow meaning we can start the workflow. Quick publish meaning we can publish the content. And there is a publications, manage publications meaning like at 12 o'clock if you want to publish the content, there is a options. If you want delete, if you want copy, these are the options. Now I'm click on the start workflow and payload. So here actually I would like to give some page as the input. For example, simply I'm going to the content and my website is some retail or May project, anything I'm going, and then I'm giving language masters English. For example, here this is I'm giving. Okay, fine. And click on that run option. So when you click on the run option, go to the notifications. View all. There is a notification. See here, one notification I received, one notification. Why I only received the notification? Because at the time of participate step, I added admin only as the member. So which credentials I am able to log in as of now? Using admin. So that is the reason when I start the workflow, first notification it is going to admin. But in case of real-time scenarios, we will add that our team members. Okay, so when we start the workflow, immediately the content will go to participant step. Whoever we added that participant step, so that person we need to give the approval. For example, in my case, I am only the participant step and I am giving the approval. These are the steps like complete, step back, delegate, open, and payload. If you want to see the content, then you can see. And if you want to, for example, I want to, I check the content is very good, and here I will give the comment. Super, the content is super. This is the content. Content is super. You are doing good job. Good job. This is the simple comment which I am giving. content is super, you are doing good job. Okay, and then click on OK. So when I click on this, then it will go to our content. We written some backend logic, right? So if you want to know like our backend logic working fine or not, we need to create the logger files. So already you know, right, how to create logger files and all. So for as of now also I would like to create the logger file. Go to aim start.html and go to web console operations, web console. There is a log support. Sing log support. Create one logger file. So I'm creating one logger file, and I can mention the name as workflows as the name I am mentioning. Okay, so simply I'm copying the code path from above dot workflows article. Click on that, save the log file, meaning log file got created. So I'm going to my AEM instance, and there is a author instance. Go to author, quick start. There one logger got created with the name of workflow. Go down, this is the logger file, right? This I would like to open with the VS code. Okay, fine. Now there is nothing has printed. Now again I need to start the workflow. Go to your workflow. There is the option workflow, and again start the workflow. Select the workflow and start workflow, and give the input as payload content. Go to vretail language masters. So as of now I'm giving input as the women. Click on that women and click on run. So when you click on run, you will get the notification. That is go to that notifications. See here, there is a content. We received the notification 1 second ago, meaning few seconds ago. I am checking this one. I am giving the comment. Yes, your content is super. Is super. You are excellent. This is the comment which I am giving, and click on this. So when you click on this, our backend logic will be triggered, and go to the see here. So log file will be triggered. What it is triggering? Whatever the input we are giving, that page path it is triggering, right? Yes, this is triggering. So this is how actually we can use the workflow. In the real time, generally we can create a number of 100, 200, 300, 400 workflows we will create. So if you want to know like what are running workflows are available and which workflows are running currently, then all running workflows are available in the instances. And this is one way to start the workflow through the launchers. Through the launchers is also one way to run the workflows. Next, there is the archive meaning successful workflows will be available in the successful workflows information will be available in the archive. Next we have the option that is failures. Failures meaning some workflows will failure in middle. So those failure workflows will be available in this failures console. These are the options: models, instances, launchers, and archive. So today what you guys will do, you can create one workflow and write the backend logic. That backend logic, so in my case I written the backend logic. So whatever the input I am giving, that input I want to print. This is the simple logic which I written. So according to my requirement, it is printing or not. So I given as the woman as the input, so that it is printing the same way, right? So in your case also, you can create one workflow and you can write the backend logic. That backend logic will map with the workflow. And when you start the workflow, it will go to the notification to the participant step, and that person will give the approval. Once the person will give the approval, then immediately the content will go to the live. So this is, in your case also, you can do the same process, and you can push your code to the repository and take your screenshots, and you can upload to the search website. So this is the thing you can do. I hope you guys are clear, right? Yeah. So that's it today, guys. Please do your assignment and you can upload in the search website. That's it today. Thank you, guys.